You finna talk about them duos though?
Let's get to the duo. If you want to,
let's have a duo combo.
This could be another clip. Let's get into it.
This can be a clip.
All right, so go ahead and ask the question.
So I was just saying, in light of how much you like this album and you put it as one of the best hip hop albums of all time, in your words, where does this move them as one of the best hip hop duos of all time? And I will throw some names out there for you just as a refresher.
You would.
And I'm going to try not to include folks that where it's a rapper and producer, but two rappers.
Okay.
So, you got, Havoc rap, but he did produce. So you got your Mobb Deep, you got your Outkast.
Okay, hold on.
Before we get
to Mobb Deep, because when everybody brings up Mobb Deep, that's what I always got to say. Are we talking about them as rappers, or are we counting the fact that Havoc is a producer too? Because that's almost like
we can't count that because neither of them in the Clipse are producers. It was a third party. So you have to take Havoc as a rapper.
As a rapper.
A rapper with Prodigy. Rappers. Yes, you got to take it as that.
So go ahead, keep naming your list.
When Mobb Deep was rapping, was Havoc on every song?
Yeah, it was damn near on every song. Because P had his HNIC where he just went and did his own thing. That was his first solo.
Because he was on every song that I've heard from Mobb Deep, but I ain't ever gave a Mobb Deep full album listen. That's another.
I gave a couple. I got Murder Music, Survival of the Fittest.
I've heard like majority of them. So he raps on there. All right, but we ain't taking no. It's all lyrics. It's all just rapping.
Right. UGK.
So Mobb Deep, UG. Do some of these people need to be mentioned? We gotta rank these people.
Outkast. I'm just seeing where they rank.
So you want to see where they
rank? Because
from
from what both y'all have said earlier, you like grinding and maybe a few other joints, but you weren't really in the Clipse like that.
I've went back.
And so now that Clipse has put together this masterpiece, I'm just wondering, have they moved up? Now you don't have to go like 1, 2, 3, 4, but you may say, well, I think they top 3 now. Or is they top 5 now?
I'm not going to. They always been in the top 10 to me. They've always been. Do Jadakiss and Styles count as a duo?
Oh, that's
okay.
I don't count them.
No, because
you have to do an album.
I know that they don't, but I just had to.
You got to do an album for me to count you as a duo.
Right.
All right, so Clipse always been in the top 10 for me. I mean, I ain't heard like I say, I always heard them and know that they could rap. I haven't listened to one of their albums like on some fans. So like I got to hit a new Clipse. I'm hearing every one. I've heard like a mixtape or two, like when they first was coming out, but I kind of fell off the thing or whatever. So I can't sit here and say that, but I always had them in my. Fair enough, it's not a lot of duos, but I always had them in the top 10. Like I know it's a lot of rappers that they would beat. Moved up, sure, because that could be like the top 6, top 7. But until I hear these other albums that I speak of that I didn't hear, maybe that will move them up for me then. Until then, they're not in my top 5 yet because you're not going to move UGK yet. You're not going to move Outkast for me yet. You're not going to move some of these duos that I got up there. They probably actually would be in my top 5 if I can't name 3 other duos. I'm trying to think of duos specifically.
So I got Mobb Deep, Outkast, the EPMD. I don't count Method Man and Redman, but they put an album out.
They put multiple albums out.
They did. So you could Method Man and Redman. They not over
Meth and Red for me.
UGK, Black Star.
They not over Method Man and Redman until I hear these other albums.
Look,
they not over Meth and Red. They not over Black Star.
No, wait a minute.
They
Craig.
not over Outkast.
No. I've sat back and let y'all do this. Look, now I did. Like I say, I wasn't like bumping the Clipse early stuff like I'm pumping this one.
Right.
But I remember Virginia. I remember I'm from Virginia. What all it is to do is cook. Like I remember those joints. I remember some of the. Don't get it twisted. I listened to Lord Willing. Right. I was bumping Lord Willing. Yeah. I played We Got It for Cheap mixtapes.
Right.
Like I understand who the Clipse is. So I'm not, and I bump Pusha T a lot. So I'm not one of the people that don't understand the discography of the Clipse.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. So for me, I do have a more of a grasp on their entire discography.
Okay.
This album, they over some of the people that I would have potentially had over them before. They over UGK. They over Mobb.
So this album catapulted them.
Bro, they in my top 3 for sure.
Wow.
For sure.
Wow.
I can't say they over Outkast. I'm not going to do that. I can't say they over Outkast. And iffy on saying Gangstar maybe just because it's just maybe I'm biased.
But Prima don't rap though.
He don't rap. So that's only.
But
that's not.
But then if you do that, then you got to bring in Eric B and Rakim. Then you got to bring in some other folks as well. If you bring in Gangstar.
All right. If I remove that, they might be number 2 for me, bro. I can't put them over Outkast.
Where's Dead Prez on y'all list?
Ooh,
they don't
Ooh.
They made one of my favorite albums.
Why you throwing wrenches?
Let's Get Free.
You throwing
one
wrenches.
of my favorite albums as well.
So
I'm telling you, we can't. It's a few
Let's Get Free. One
now.
of my favorite albums, like my personal favorite album. So that come on, bro. Like
exactly. You can't just jump them up yet.
Yeah,
it's some people they gotta beat first.
No, but that's only
UGK.
one project. Like I'll say this: the Clipse.
You only heard this
no,
one.
Wait a minute. No. I'll say the Clipse have more projects that I like than Dead Prez. But Let's Get Free to me personally is like a. It's kind of, one of my favorite Nas projects?
I like Let's Get Free.
One of my favorite Nas projects is the N album.
Revolutionary but Gangsta.
I think the N album is one of Nas' best projects. And I might be on the island with that.
The N album is dope.
I might be on the N album is fire to me. I love the N album.
I got it like 5th.
I mean, it's not right. It's not beating none of the. It's not beating Illmatic. It was written.
It was written. Hell no. Yeah.
What's the other?
It's
not beating Illmatic.
We talking Nas. We talking Nas. Y'all ain't gonna do that to me.
I gave you 3
Wait a minute. Illmatic, Stillmatic. It was written. You take those out. That's like a different tier.
No, you can't just take that out.
No, I'm gonna say take it out because those only get compared to the greatest hip hop albums of all time. You don't, bro.
But we only compare. We talking about Nas albums. That's why I'm like, it's 5th.
But I don't even count those. Those like don't even count. They God tier. They God tier albums, bro. You can't. You gotta subtract those from. It's like when I talk about whole best albums, I never say Reasonable Doubt. It doesn't count to me.
You
it's
also
like
said
God tier.
Dead Prez only had the one Let's Get Free.
That's
Revolutionary but Gangsta is dope too.
It is, but Let's Get Free. For me personally, was like
all right. I mean, Let's Get Free is better to me, but RBG it's up there.
It is. I'm not knocking it,
had
but
the Jay-Z remix on there. Had the 2 extra tracks. 20, 50 in the clip. Get big. I used to imagine myself doing push-ups to that song.
I feel you, bro. I'm not knocking. Hey, this is a hip hop stream today, y'all. I don't care what y'all talking about. We having a hip hop stream, but like, I feel you, bro. I love Dead Prez. And I love Let's Get Free. Bro, the Clipse has always made good music.
Yeah.
It's just this one to me is kind of like one of those. It's like one of those over the top.
They in the top 10 and they probably move up. And I probably would move UGK out of my top 5 and put them in my top 5 and put UGK 6 and have them 5. But they still not beating Dead Prez for me just because they mean too much. I've been listening to Dead Prez too much. And look, they unique too. It's not another brand of music like that that we can have.
I would not say nothing bad about Dead Prez. You're not gonna get me saying nothing bad about Dead Prez.
I'm just giving you why they high on the list for me.
I'm not gonna knock you for saying you because I love Dead Prez. I'm never gonna knock that.
And Meth and Red, like this is Method Man and Red Man. Even though they soloed, like you said, they put out albums together. And I can't think of a 4th one that would be number
Black
4.
Star?
But Most Def and To Live. Respiration is what made me want to rap. The song with Common, and then I got that single.
Do we count M and Royce? They got a couple albums.
They did put a couple albums.
Yeah, you're right.
All right, they back to number 6 now. M and Royce, yo. M and Royce in my top 5.
But they never made an album as good.
All right, so
as rappers, okay. I'm from Michigan. You ain't finna get me to say.
All right, I'll put it to you this way. They never put an album that sounds that good. No. Rap-wise, they got something to say lyrically. Rap-wise, if we just lyrics for lyrics, flows for flows, it could be something to be said if we comparing the two. And we take sounds out, so that's why I'll have them up there, because they not chump lyrically. But sounding, hands down, they not going to make an album that sounds as cohesive and as good as that.